So we went down there and did these dramas or skits, and we actually drove to a small town called Baca. So we were not in Cancun the whole time. We did drive about 4 miles away to a small village, approximately 2,000 to 5,000 people, and did those dramas for those people in the center of the city as well.
You know, when you do those dramas, Joe, I mean, I think that's neat things, but you know, people are going, okay, yeah, this is cool. Did you have anything else? I mean, I know poverty, people are probably looking for food and stuff like that. Did you have anything to give to them of showing, hey, more than just words, here's some action that we're saying, here's the love of God because of what we have, and maybe not, I don't know.
We did bring things for children that we were able to pass out. Okay. We did hand out water and candy and stuff like that when we would do our dramas. I think the providing for the poor, we did service projects when we were there as well, cleaning up trash around the city, painting things, fixing things up. There are groups that go into the town and help with the poverty that is there. So there were definitely opportunities for that while we were there.
Okay.
What would you say is where the ministry takes place on a missions trip? If you're talking to someone that you're going to request some funding for, and they say to you, "All right, Joel, I'm glad to give a couple of $1,000 or a couple $100." For me, it'd be like, I'm glad to give these 2 pennies because that's what I make. But all that aside, what kind of stuff? I mean, for somebody who doesn't really know the ministry that happens on there, and I would see it on a Sunday morning where teenagers would get up and say, "Well, we had a lot of fun. And I built some houses, and God changed my life." In what way? I mean, put that into some visuals for us.
Well, I believe the ministry takes place. I know when we think of mission trip or missions trips, when we take those, that we think we are serving the people that we're going to, which does happen, and we do minister to those people. But as a youth pastor in the area, and have gone on a few mission trips myself as a teenager, also as a youth pastor leading a trip, I find that just as much, if not more, ministry takes place in the lives of those people that are going to serve.
That's amazing.
Because they're able to get out of their comfort zone, they're able to get out of what they know as quote-unquote normal, and see the rest of the world, to get out of their small environment that they know in their high school or junior high, and see a little more of the world and what's going on out there.
You know, something I've discovered as I've taken many teens on these types of trips, if not most at least, are now serving the Lord in full-time ministry or in the church they attend. And that is one of the things that I've seen. It has touched their lives, Joel. You're absolutely right.
Mm-hmm. You know, the other thing I've seen also with these mission trips is that, you can say, yeah, I know God, and I trust God, and I have faith in God, and they have opportunities where they've got to. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. They've got to rely on God in one way or another. And when they see that God, wow, you really are real, whether it's and I was in Nicaragua, and my thing was we were working on a home, and we were actually putting concrete down. And if there was a rain, and we were in the monsoon season, if it hit, it would have ruined everything. We would not, because it would have just flooded out the church that we were working on. And so we prayed. We said, God, hold the rain back, so we can get this concrete in, so it can harden. And then whatever you want to do, let it rain, whatever. And that doesn't mean, you can command God, but we saw the importance for these people, and we thought, let's just pray and see what happens. And God held the rain off, and we got the concrete floor in, and then it came down like you wouldn't believe. And I mean, the kids were just going, wow.
Yeah, you see God work. Yeah.
There is a God here.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
And the kids come back with an attitude of thankfulness because they're usually in a place of poverty.
Yeah.
And they see things that they've never seen before, and it helps them realize, wow, we have a lot.
Yeah, we have it good.
We have it good.
Yeah.
But I think it breaks their hearts, and they come away with this whole spirit and attitude of service and ministry. And it's an amazing thing to take kids out of their comfort zone, like you say, Joel, and get them out there serving.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Survivor, and I do feel truly when you go on a mission trip that you're living out there a lot of times, eating things you're not used to eating, and sleeping in hammocks or sleeping on the ground, and giving away a lot of the amenities that we're used to as Americans.
Well, I know it freaked out in Dominican Republic. Every night we slept with mosquito netting around our beds to keep the mosquitoes off and the huge spiders that were in our cabin. I mean, it was survival.
Yeah.
And the ladies were freaking out more than the guys. I mean, you know, but it was
that would happen.
It was scary.
Excuse me. Across from you, Big MC, is an arachnophobiac, and so when you talk spiders,
Arachnophobia.
Ooh, yeah,
That is a big word.
you wouldn't have liked DR.
I mean,
baby.
I got shivers over my timbers when you were talking about spiders. I'm going, Lord Jesus.
Yes.
Pull that
And I
dictionary
prayed
out
that
from
we
underneath
didn't-
the table.
Yeah,
Tarantula.
great.
Yeah,
Great.
and
Let's put gym shoes on and get out of there, man.
you know,
wow.
and I told the guy about it. He said, "Oh, that's interesting. I never seen a tarantula down here." I said, "Why see one now?" He takes out a 2x4 and whacks that thing. But I tell you, that wasn't
He
really.
is my hero.
But
really.
it wasn't a big issue. I mean, a lot of people get the idea that you're just infested with those things, and you're really not. I mean, you do see them occasionally, but not majorly.
They're friendly, aren't they? They kind of come up to you, lick you a little bit, and then walk away or
absolutely.
so. Oh, good. That's what, I'd always beat my shoe. I get up in the morning, I beat my shoe you wouldn't believe, because there's something in there. That creepy crawly thing isn't going to crawl on my foot. That's for sure.
You beat your shoe.
I do. I beat
You just take your shoe and start punching the heck out of it.
I-
Stupid shoe!
No,
What's the matter with
I
you?
beat it on the floor, making sure if there's some critter in there, he's walking out of there and he's going to feel like he's got a headache. So.
But you know what happens?
Be mad. That's a good idea. Get him mad, and then put your shoe on.
Uh-huh.
I like that.
But you know what happens is I think, and I've seen this happen. Hey, I'm trying to be serious here, guys.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm just telling you, that's what I was
No,
feeling.
what I've seen happen is after a while, you know, the first couple of times you may see one of those critters walk across the floor, freaks you. But after a while, you just kind of get used to it, and you realize, you know what, we're here to serve, and that doesn't become a big deal anymore.
Right.
It really doesn't.
And I think they're more afraid of you than a human.
Well, they should be. We're bigger than they are.
That's right. That's right. You know, we had some guys, and I mean, this was kind of fun. But at night, it was so hot in our room that we had these great big fans. Okay, and the guys would turn the fan on, and one guy took a shower and came back and accidentally stepped on the wire. He got shocked. So guys were doing circle things, holding on to each other and going, okay, step on the wire, and they'd shock themselves. It was really fun. And they wanted me to do it, and I said, there's no way, I hate getting shocked. I mean, it didn't kill them or anything like that.
That's a weird mission trip.
But it was just really strange, really. Well, they were tired, and then they went to bed, you know.
So they held hands, ran around the rows and
did a
started
dance.
stepping on the wire.
You know,
that hurts.
you know, it's like the electricity goes ripping through your arms and stuff like that. But anyway,
Joel, next
do
time
it.
you go on a mission trip, invite me. Rick, next time you do, please don't. Okay?
I didn't discover it. One of my guys found out about it, and I said, you know, it's probably not a smart thing to do, but hey, you're an adult, so no, you're not. You're a teenager. Get off that wire. No.
And Joel, we had the opportunity of doing a mission trip together as we went down to Louisiana.
Yes, we did.
That was a wonderful time.
And we will get to that mission trip next week because I want to hear about that. There's a few other things we unfortunately didn't get to this week. Hey, gang, that is all the time that we have for today.
Time flies.
But I'll tell you what, decide for yourself. Has the world gone mad? In our next show, we'll see you then.
Oh.